You ever been publicly embarrassed? Last night I offered one of my coworkers a ride home after work. She is drop-dead gorgeous and always wears open-toed shoes, which I love. I try not to think of her in that way however, as she is 17 and I am 25. That being said, I still managed to end up in a temporary love triangle. She accepted my offer to drop her off at her apartment when we were done working. On our way, she answered a phone call from her boyfriend. I had no idea what the boyfriend was saying, but based on my coworker's unexpectedly candid responses, it became obvious that her boyfriend was upset at her for posting a photo on social media of her drinking somewhere with random guys. My coworker explained that the random guys actually worked with her and the photos were taken during our monthly office party. The conversation between my coworker and him became more and more heated, especially when she started using words like insecure, immature and jealous to respond to him. I was doing my best to not look like I was eavesdropping, even though it was impossible not to. The boyfriend must have realized his girlfriend was in the car with a person of interest because my coworker's next response to him was nope. Not in an Uber. One of the guys at work offered to drive me home. She listened and listened and listened while shaking her head and rolling eyes before opening her mouth and suddenly saying yes. He is one of the guys in the photo. In fact, he's the tall guy on the far left with the cute dimples. It was literally the first compliment I've gotten from the opposite gender about my looks since my girlfriend broke up with me for chasing her with a blade due to anger problems I had because of my steroid use. I was so caught off guard with the cute dimples line that I momentarily stopped focusing on the road and stared at my coworker with deer in headlights eyes. My coworker hung up on her boyfriend and said I just missed the turn off. What was supposed to be a 10-minute drive to my coworker's apartment turned into a 25-minute journey because of my lack of concentration. The boyfriend called again a few minutes later and my coworker had to explain to him why she was still on the road and not at home yet. I didn't have to hear what my coworker's boyfriend was saying to know that he did not like the fact that she was still with the cute dimples guy. My coworker eventually became so frustrated, she switched to Danish mid-argument, her native language. I think she assumed I wouldn't understand what she was saying, but I did. My best friend is Scandinavian. When we got intoxicated together, he never spoke English, which kind of forced me to learn what he was talking about. My coworker, now speaking Danish to her boyfriend, apologized for upsetting him and said that he had no reason to feel threatened because she would never cheat on him with anyone, especially not with the guys at work, and singled me out, saying she noticed me always staring at her feet and that my dimples are the only cute things about me and the fact my teeth look like badger's teeth. So, there I was, still buzzed on the cute dimples compliment, when I heard my coworker roast me. I guess she was doing it to convince her boyfriend that he was better than us and kind of boost his ego in the process because she really made us sound bad. She also said I walked like I'm riding an invisible bicycle. And she went even further. She said my voice was so husky it made her feel like she needed to clear her throat every time she heard me talk. The tension between my coworker and him died down because she was laughing and talking dirty in Danish. When I finally made it to her apartment, I didn't even bother saying goodnight. As she was getting out she gave me a peck on my cheek. Women man, women.